Hey everybody, okay, so last time we were actually going to go spelunking, and then as I was recording, Windows was nice enough to decide, hey, let's do a automatic update. Gave that little, you have 10 minutes before the update is going to restart your computer. Of course I didn't see that, so it went ahead and just shut everything down, closed out of my recording software, closed out Terraria, lost the progress, so we're back here at the starting point. But we're good to go now. We are gonna do some spelunking. And I think what we actually need to do, drop some stuff off in this chest that we don't necessarily need right now. Clear up this inventory just a little bit. I love that you can actually hit the quick stack, and anything that's already in the chest, it will just dump more of it on top of that. So we'll put all our money in there. Yeah, so let's make some torches. Definitely need lots of those. I gotta drop some more stuff off because you can be spelunking and you just come across a whole mess of stuff. There we go. Oh, that's pretty low-hanging chandelier. I better watch my head. Okay, so, you know, there's some decorative stuff we've got. There are little banners you can put up and whatnot. Just trying to decide what to take. Want to take offensive stuff with me. Not that I'll probably use them a whole lot. Don't need the sand blocks. Don't need the copper sword. Or the gold. Or the web. I think that's probably going to be good for now. Okay. Let's do that. Okay, so downward we go. Let's see if we can find some good loot. Alright, so the spear is not the greatest thing in the world to aim. At least we've got this tiny little hole we can make use of. Alright. And as we go down, you know, we'll kind of dig up some of the stuff we come across. Hey, that'll work. So it looks like we got a lot of lead here. So, you know, spelunking, going down deeper, it's dangerous. You know, especially early in the game when you don't have a lot, but it's the best way to get good loot and improve your character situation. Oh, come off of that. It's so annoying. Ooh, okay, so that's good. We're just going to jump in here. That, my friends, is going to be very helpful. If we can get out of here. Okay, what that was a life crystal. So, to use a potion or whatever, if you don't have it in a hotkey, just grab your item. I'll show you. It permanently increases your max health by 20, so it's great. Just click somewhere outside your inventory, bam, it gets used. So now we have maximum 120 health. Fantastic. And I think what we might do is take the little bit of air that we have and go ahead and drain this water out. Oh, slime. Get out of here. More slime. Okay, I'm not a big fan of the spear anymore. It was doing pretty decent damage, but it is just annoying. So slow. I mean, I love that, but when you've got an enemy that's, you know, bouncing around like a slime does, it gets to be a little frustrating. Alright, let's just bring this glow stick down with us. And not a whole lot worth looking into. Okay. So we're going to kind of get out of this. Make ourselves a little air pocket here. You know, some of this game is, you're not going to have nice, easy tunnels everywhere you go. It's not really how the game works. Be nice if it did, but it's not. So you have to make your own tunnels. And I'm super excited that we found this giant lodestone. Lodestone? I think it's just a lode. Giant load of ore. Gold ore. So gold is the best ore that we can get at this moment. So that's super awesome that we found that. You know, and it takes just a ton of raw gold ore to make anything useful. So, you know, that kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Come on. Man, this place is just rich. I wasn't super excited about starting out in the snow biome. It seems like more often than not you'll start out in just your regular forest biome. And the reason I wasn't very excited was, your base enemies in the snow biome tend to be a little bit harder than in the forest. All you really have to deal with in the forest are just green slimes. And when you go down, all you have to deal with are, well, I don't know, an occasional bat here and there. But in the snow biome, you've got these ice slimes that shoot projectiles. And that could be annoying. So one of the things we're going to try to get as early as we can, because it helps so much in the gameplay, is a grappling hook. And the way you can make a grappling hook is you can kill a skeleton, and sometimes they'll drop a hook. But recently they implemented a new way, a better way in my opinion, if you can actually find them, and that is you just need a certain number of gems. And there are different gems in the game. There's amethyst, ruby, diamond, sapphire, emerald, all that good stuff. And they show up just like ore, a little less frequently, however. But if you get those, you can make a grappling hook. And that's a lot easier than the other way, because sometimes you just don't come across those skeletons as often as you'd like, or they don't drop stuff as often as you'd like. So what are we doing? We are just slowly digging. Just keep digging. I promise, the action will happen. The action's gonna come. We just want to be prepared for it when it does. So you might be watching this and you're wondering, why in the world did this guy decide he wanted to start video recording his gaming sessions, especially if it's not very exciting? Well, I could have picked a more exciting game. I could have done the Binding of Isaac, which is a great game. I am certainly not the best at it, that's for sure, but I just felt like a lot of the people that I watch are already doing that. I didn't want to be a copycat, and I wanted to, do something with a game that I was familiar with, something that I put a few hours into. Another reason I wanted to do it was because it just seems like a lot of fun. These guys, they've been doing it forever. You have people like Northern Lion who have 100,000 plus subscribers. And, just to have that kind of audience is amazing. And I would love to be able to interact with just people who enjoy doing the same things that you do. And, I've noticed that in life, the younger you are, the easier it is to do that, because, you're in high school. More often than not, you find your group of friends that enjoy doing the same things that you do. And you just meld together. I mean, you spend a good 4 years, we can throw middle school in there as well, but you can spend a good amount of time hanging out, doing the same things that you like, and then you graduate. And of course everybody says, oh, we'll stay together, we'll keep in touch after high school. You know how rarely that actually happens? Very rarely. I look on Facebook and I see people who went to the same high school as me and even graduated in the same class sometimes, and there might be one or two here or there that still hang out with maybe more than 3 people that they were friends with in high school. But for the most part, once you graduate, you probably walk away with maybe 1, 2 people that you might see on a regular or semi-regular basis. And man, that's just the way life is. You just can't get away from it. And so to have something like this where you have everyone, people kind of seek you out in a way, because you go into YouTube and you do a search, and the results bring you to somebody who's got the same interest as you. Yeah, that's another reason I want to do this, is just want to make friends. That's not entirely true. I want to find like-minded people. I think that'll be amazing. Okay. So what we definitely don't want to do is we definitely don't want to drown. There we go. Drowning would be bad. Alright. Now, where do we go from here? I think what we're going to do is we're going to dig into this copper lode. And here's what we'll do. We'll put that up. That will kind of act as a dam for some of this water so it doesn't all bleed in here. We're just going to keep going south. Well, down. I guess south wouldn't exactly be an applicable direction in here. Not in this case. So, just go deeper. Go deeper, go deeper. In fact, actually, here's what I'm going to do. So, I like to keep, if I can ever get one, a magic mirror in my number 7 slot. Used to keep it in the 0, and for some reason, being in the 0 slot, you end up accidentally hitting that thing more than you would like to. And if you've played Terraria, you know how freaking frustrating it is to accidentally hit your magic mirror when you're, you know, super deep in a cave. So annoying. So very annoying. Oh, come off it. You know what? I'm just going to retitle this series, Ken Steps on Buttons and Gets Hit by Darts. Yeah. I think that's what we're going to do. Jeez. That's terrible. Let's look here. I guess I'll have a mushroom. Mmm. Delicious. Mushrooms are indeed delicious. If you're of the ilk who think they are not, I would like to say, one, there's a good chance you probably haven't had them properly done. Because let me tell you, the mushrooms that come on a pizza do not count as mushrooms. I don't know where they get them, but those aren't real mushrooms, man. I think I've been watching too much Northern Lion because I really wanted to say dog there. Those aren't real mushrooms, dog. They're just not. First place I ever had mushrooms other than on a Supreme Pizza, because we didn't eat them in my house growing up. Mom couldn't stand them. Was probably one of the first places, the first real places that I actually worked. It was a restaurant by the name of Tony Roma's. Some of you may have heard of them or eaten there in the past. It sounds like an Italian restaurant. It is actually a barbecue restaurant. And I can't tell you how many times I'd have people come in and complain that they thought it was an Italian restaurant, and then looked at our menu and saw that we sold, you know, ribs and barbecue sandwiches and stuff. But the barbecue was amazing. Man, it was like a world-famous barbecue. That place was all over the globe. And then, I don't know, something went terribly wrong in their management, because the 2 locations they had in my state just completely shut down. And, yeah, I don't know what happened. I actually left for greener pastures right before my location closed. So, good timing on my part. Yeah, I don't know what happened to that place, but it was all, I mean, like, our restaurant was right next to the airport, and sometimes we'd have people come in who'd heard of Tony Roma's, and they just wanted barbecue like they had from their hometown. You know, we had Kareem Abdul-Jabbar come in, and Sir Mix-a-Lot. Those are the only 2 that I really know of. But yeah, they wanted some good barbecue. That's where they came. But anyway, I started working there. There were a lot of foods that I hadn't had because I was a sheltered child when it came to food items. And so they had these Merlot mushrooms, these little button mushrooms cooked with Merlot sauce. They usually just served them with the steak. And oh my goodness, so delicious. I tried them and I realized, yeah, mushrooms are just about the greatest thing ever. Which leads me to another discovery, steak. Yes, I had steak as a kid, in a manner of speaking. My mom, I don't know if it's because she was raised or this was just her preference, but if there was any red in a steak, it would make you sick pretty much. It was not good to eat. Don't consume it. And so every single piece of meat that we had in the house was cooked till it couldn't be cooked anymore. Especially steak. And I didn't know any better. You know, steak was good, sure. But we had steak with ketchup. And for people who really enjoy steak, you understand that just ain't right. And, you know, I come to learn that later in life that eating steak with ketchup is almost a cardinal sin. A good steak does not need any kind of accompaniment. I will say I do love eating steak with mushrooms, but it doesn't need the mushrooms. You know, just like the mushrooms don't need the steak, but they get along really well together. So yeah, I finally had a steak that had a little bit of pink in it working there. Pretty much because they made fun of me mercilessly. I worked for a restaurant that was well known for barbecue and also did a pretty darn good job with steaks. And I'd never had a proper steak. Ah! Oh no, don't wreck me, don't wreck me. Oh. Get out of here. Get out of here. And I really mean that. I don't mean just get out of here for a little bit. I mean really get out of here. Holy moly. There are a few of them. If things get really dicey, I'm going to potion out, man. I do not need to die down here. Ah ha 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 ha! Yeah? No, I see that button. Oh, come on! Come on with that! I told you. I told you I would jet out if things got dicey. Can you believe... Oh, I can't believe it. I was going to ask you if you could believe it, but you probably can because you saw me get hit by just about every trap dart that there was. Dart trap. Not sure which order to put those words in. That was embarrassing. That was absolutely terrible. Good night. We didn't even get anything all that great. Now, I'm hoping that we got enough amethyst to do something. Did we? And the answer is probably not. The scroll speed is real. Okay, so it's a little depressing. I think just one more might have given us the amount we needed. Really kind of hated the fact that I used that teleport potion because I only had 2. Okay. So now that we're topside, I think we're going to come all the way down to the bottom of this. You know, if I could ask for just one thing from the devs on this game, it would be a faster scroll speed on the crafting. That's all I need. Everything about this game, everything else about it anyway, is great. Keep it the way it is. But could you just give me a little faster scroll speed? Just a little bit. I sure would appreciate it. Yeah, all that gold that we found, we got 7 bars out of it. It's not super great. Okay. Let's actually make some stuff with... We'll make more gold bars with this. Gold armor would be nice. I'd take lead at this point. I'm not sure that copper armor is actually going to be any better. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. I don't know what the set bonus is. But I did hear that falling star. So let's go grab that real quick. Is there another one, or is that just a torch? That's just a torch. Okay, so I think we're going to keep our cactus armor. The next step for us is actually going to be lead armor. And I also think the next step for us is going to be very quickly adding onto our house. So why are we going to do that? Well, the reason is NPCs, man. I don't really feel like fighting you right now. I am architecturing. So we're going to have a home. We'll have a home for the guide. We'll have a home for the merchant. And I'm not sure if I've mentioned the merchant or not, because I lost that video where I think I did talk about building a house for him. So we'll place that there. We'll get some, got plenty of ice to make ice bricks with. So that we can make that gray ice bricks. Okay. The reason I like to work with ice is because it's slick, so I just like to use it as a background. I'm not sure if the actual ice bricks are slick though. There we go. Okay. So we did some spelunking. We're just kind of doing some tedious stuff now, but it is necessary. Now I'm going to tell you, I did start my house a little bit differently than I normally do. I usually do it off the ground, and that's because A, I don't like giving the zombies an opportunity to bust my door down during the blood moon, and B, later in the game there are enemies that they don't jump so much as they can float upwards, as long as there's something for them to float through, like some sort of brick. So if there's just open air, if there's a large enough gap, they can't get into your house. And so there'll be some remodeling before we go into hard mode, I can tell you that much. But let's put some torches up. We're gonna, there we go. And we're also going to, we need a chair and a table. So let's do that real quick. Just a regular chair, regular table. And let's move that. The reason being, I want to put a chair at this table so that now, is this acceptable? The housing is suitable. So this is going to be the guide's room. You're not going to make it up here, buddy. I'm sorry. He'll be there when we open up the game again. And we're going to throw this here. This is so not how I normally do the rooms. Sorry, guys. It'll get better, I promise. That housing is suitable. Now, here's what we need. We need a little bit of our money. So we've got that. You know what I'm going to do, I think? How about that? Okay, so the reason I did that, now the zombies will come over this way, they'll fall down here, and then I can just, you know, kind of wreck them a little bit. Yeah. Well, let's test it out. Come here, buddy. Just back him up against the wall. There we go. Okay, guys, so I think that does it for this episode. We'll pick it up here again later, and we'll do a little bit more spelunking. We'll make sure that the merchant gets here, and we'll see what he has to buy. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, hit the like button. Please feel free to go ahead and subscribe and share this video. Let's try to get some viewers. Let's get an audience going, and I think we'll have a great time. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.